So a registered sex offender can come in and report kids and stuff?
So he's a pedophile. If I go out there to parents right now and go, do you want this pedophile filming you?
5 counts.
Okay.
On a child.
He's not a sex offender, but trying to egg you on or us on to kick him out so he can sue us.
Agreed.
It's the fucking game these guys play. He's being a jackass just like they are. He's just trying to be a jackass. Do you mind printing out 2 copies and we'll give this jackass one?
I give respect when it's deserved, and you deserve no respect. You're a coward, bud. The only reason you didn't arrest me is because you have no authority to. Hey, what up, DMA crew? Today we're showcasing the body-worn camera footage from the last video I did at the DMV in Lakewood. I was so appalled by the behavior of these officers behind closed doors. There was so many disgusting and disturbing things these guys said that I just had to make an entire video based on this body-worn camera footage. And as you can see by the thumbnail, these officers are wolves in sheep's clothing. Do better, Officer Salido and Sergeant Larson.
So we'll go ahead and we'll go talk to them and see what's going on. I'm sure the First Amendment auditor is just trying to get some money.
Yeah, not when you're recording it. Oh, officers, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How's it going? You, Chris? How's it going?
Yes, this is Chris.
Okay.
He's refusing to stop filming in front of counters, recording people's personal information at the counters.
Okay. Can we go talk back here? And if you want to go ahead and grab your manager or whoever's in charge.
Absolutely.
Hey, I think you were here last time we had to deal with this.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So again, what is he doing that's illegal?
He was right up in our counter and we have a 12-foot.
We went, that's a sign.
Right.
But we went through that last time.
I'm not
That's
gonna talk to
not.
him. He is not even. Okay, go ahead and lower the chair.
It's a government building. He has a right to be here.
Okay.
It's
He was also starting to harass the manager.
Our
cussing at her
administration
stuff,
told
which is
me
against
to
the
call
policy.
Okay.
And we would
Well, if you would
definitely
like to go ahead and, okay, well, he's not harassing, he's up in front videoing. The same thing is they can come up to us and start videoing us.
Him cussing at her staff here is harassing.
Freedom of speech.
Christopher,
People can cuss. We get yelled
camera
at all day long. We
2.
get yelled at F-words all the time. Fuck the police all the time.
Okay.
So unfortunately he can do that. If he's going to start a fight or something like that, then we can remove it.
Okay.
Someone's supposed to with him, that's another thing. But we've been through this before. It's the same result as the last 2 times. They can be here. They can film it.
Can we talk to someone else?
Yeah, my sergeant's on the way.
Thank
the
you.
sergeant that came here last time that explained the same thing. I know you're frustrated, but
You're just not very nice ever. You're just very abrasive and you're attacking me every time you come
last
in
time I
here.
came here I was very nice to you. And we had a good conversation and we talked to the person on the
Cass,
phone.
can you come listen to this?
Sure. Last time we did this, we had the same conversation
I
with
know,
the
but
people
I
that
just
was on
really
there.
want to talk to someone else. The first thing you did was, we were here before, you're very abrasive to me, and
I was here before.
was following my directions,
I was
my
saying I spoke with you
executives,
before.
and I was asked to call you.
Okay, and I'm fine with that. I was explaining why we
And
are
I'm
doing what we're doing.
explaining to you why. They're supposed to be 12 feet apart, and look what he's doing right now. He's at the camera, right here, right in front of me. That's why I waited for you.
Okay.
And you agree within 30 days?
He can be there with the camera. Unfortunately, it's the state's responsibility to protect
Okay,
people's
sir,
rights.
and
Same thing
you
as if
said-
they come to a patrol vehicle and they're looking through our windows and we have our...
Can I get all of your guys' cards?
Of course, my sergeant's on the way down too.
Can I get all your cards?
Yes, I will make sure you get a card. Okay? So it's the same thing. They can come to our patrol car windows. They can film the inside of our windows. It's our responsibility to protect the screens and keep the NCIC data and all of that from being breached. And that's
So how do you protect people's information?
you cover your screens, screen protectors. He's not filming the inside of the
And
screen.
right index finger over here.
Okay, so when people have their birth certificate in
Can
their
you
hand,
raise it?
how are we supposed to protect that other than
It has to
confiscating
reset.
it?
It was moved around to
Are you
Just out of curiosity.
Are you taking their birth certificate from
Let it
them?
reset.
Not all of this.
Okay,
Once we give it back, we
If
need
it's not in your possession, it's not your responsibility.
We're still responsible for
No, you're not.
personal information right now.
No, if they're holding their
It has
stuff,
to be on the box.
when you have their stuff and you have it on your computer, yes, you are. You're responsible for that.
So a
Your
registered
data on
sex
here.
offender can come in and record kids and stuff?
A registered sex offender can come to a public building
And record
and
children?
record, yes, and record everyone in the room in a public area, yes. Also, we didn't find a hit for the registered sex offender.
You're okay with that?
No, but I enforce the laws and that's what we
And
deal
you're okay
with.
with that?
No. But that's what we enforce is the laws. You can get frustrated at me all you want, but I can only enforce the laws that are in effect. Okay? I can't make stuff up. I can't deal with stuff.
Statute that they can't be in that.
What?
I
Where's
asked
the
for a card.
statute?
He hasn't given it to me.
Where's the
He
statute?
hasn't given me the card.
You want a card? Fine, I'll give you a card right now. There you go. It's not going to solve anything. I'm trying to be reasonable here and let you know where I'm coming
Well, every
from.
time we deal with you, it's like there's always an attitude.
And smile if you
No,
want.
I'm just
I'm
trying to
sorry
see
you're
what's going
tired.
on.
I'm sorry you have to work.
Again, now
You
you're
know.
attacking me personally, and all I'm explaining is what the law states.
But every time we have to deal with you, there's always an attitude.
Every time I come in here, there's an attitude with you guys. Like, you want me to do something that I can't do anything about.
Makes sense.
And last time I was here, I dealt with the other call for service, and I actually made sure the warrant went through for that so that it was solved. So I don't know why you guys are mad at me,
Look at the bottom of the
because I'm doing what I
So
can.
just out of, since I wasn't here when that happened, what circumstances are different that would warrant you doing that time? And not this
So on
time?
one of them, one of the staff members was pushed, so we were able to do harassment on that one. But that was the first time. The second time there was no pushing, no striking, shoving.
So-
It was someone in here. It's a First Amendment auditor or First Amendment frauditors, we like to call them, because they're trying to get money from the state for nothing.
Yeah. So when people are cussing their staff, we're allowed to escort them out. We're allowed to call you guys and have them removed from the building. What's different in this case?
Who escorted them out? Because if they're going to start a fight with you, and they're making physical threats, that's something we can deal with.
So when a business says that there's
The difference is this is a government building.
it's not.
It is.
It's
No, it's
privately
a
owned.
government building.
It's a privately owned.
It's a privately owned building run by a government agency, so the public has to have access to it. We went through the same thing last time as well. That was the argument, is it's a private building, but it's a government-run agency. They have to be able to come in here and conduct business that's required by the state,
So-
even if they're
so
not
do you-
actually
do you-
conducting that business.
Since I don't know this, do you know the law of people refusing to be recorded by other people? Because a lot of our customers here have also refused to be recorded by because they feel incredibly uncomfortable with it.
And it's a public area, same thing. It's a public building. If they want to leave the building, they can come back at a later time. But it's the same thing as filming in a public mall. You can walk around in the mall, even if they say I don't want you recording, you can film in a public mall. I know, it's frustrating.
Is your supervisor on his way?
Yep, he's on his way. He's on his way. It'll take him a few minutes to get
Possibly
down.
have an ETA?
Whenever I don't. Hey, for a second. Hey, do you mind if I just step away from over there? Hey, I'm just trying to figure, are we just doing like a First Amendment audit? What are we trying to do here?
I was here just to get my new driver's license.
Okay, that's all I was asking. I'm in the works of talking with them. You know you can be here and film me, right?
Yep, absolutely.
You know your rights. So we're just going to hang out here. They want to talk to my supervisor.
Okay.
We're just going to hang out here.
Right. Yeah, he was trying to tell me that I'm in violation of the law. Well, I know the policy is for 12 feet from the counter, so I understand their policy, but it's not a law. So I just wanted to document my own interaction, my own personal information, not other people's. So.
Okay.
But he was trying to say that, yeah, I'm committing a crime and this and that. So actually, he was committing a crime because he's in violation of harassment, CRS 18-8-111, following someone around in a public place with the intent to alarm or annoy.
Okay.
So he repeatedly followed me around this entire building.
Okay.
So actually, he's the only one that's broken the law today.
Okay. All right. Well, like I was just explaining where we're at and what we're doing. I just didn't want to leave you out of the loop to feel like I wasn't talking to you
I
and
appreciate
explaining.
it.
All right.
Can I get your business card?
Yep. Sure. Of course. There you are, sir.
Thank you.
So they told you the same thing that I told you, right?
I'm not talking.
You're not gonna make a deal, man. I'm not committing a crime and all of that.
I'll talk to you when you quit recording, okay?
This is a
Gotcha.
public building. Look at the unprofessionalism of this guy. You tried to say this. I thought you said you would kick me out for any reason and refuse service, right?
We can definitely refuse service. We don't have to help you.
Yeah. Don't engage in I'll leave if you don't.
You can't refuse me business. It's a public building, man. I have to serve you. Everyone thinks I'm doing something wrong because they're taking the lead of this guy. You know, he's a security guard. He's got a gun on his head. Right? He's got a badge. So if he would have just been cool and cordial to me, everyone else would have been cool and cordial, right? But they stir the pot. They create this. And they want to call the police on me. Typical example right here of an anti-freedom American right here. Security guard trying to say that this is private and they can kick me out at any time and refuse me service.
Way down. You're looking at the
If you want to go ahead and step back here, I'm sure the other lady, Diane, and this lady back there would like to hear what you have to say.
Alright. I hate this answer.
I know, I do too. It's like I was explaining to you. If you want to go.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
This guy's being a jackass, huh?
Well, that's fine, but every time he shows
Oh my
up,
God.
there's always an attitude.
He came in, he walks back, he asked Dominic, he goes, we did this before, why are we here again? And I'm like, oh my God. My executives told me to call you. Why are you here right now? I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm already getting a tag from him and I need that from a police officer first thing. That's ridiculous. And I know he's frustrated, he's mad at us, whatever, but
I think he's frustrated at that guy because there's
Don't
just
take it
so
out on me,
limited
though.
what we can do with that guy
I
being such a
understand
jackass
that.
that
But
he's
you
being.
came in, you said hello. I mean, I'm like,
And he literally told me, every time I deal with you guys, there's an attitude. I go, whoa, every time I've dealt with you, there's an attitude from you first. I'm very
Did
pleasant.
they ever
very
resolve the
nice.
case?
They're looking for him.
Okay, they put a warrant out for his
Yeah.
arrest.
But every time I have to deal with him, it's an attitude.
Okay.
I worked in law enforcement. You don't treat people that way. If you want respect, you give respect, you get it back. But yet he comes in, oh.
I mean, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting attacked from you just like I did the last time. He walks up to my counter and what are you doing? And Diemante goes, oh my God, why is he a policeman? It's like, oh my, what are you doing here? Don't come here. I'm like, please don't come here anymore then, if you have a hard time with us. I called you for help.
So what are we gonna do with Chris Cordova?
I don't know. Our executive said to call you.
Okay.
Because he
We
was
don't
right.
want him here. That's
I
the
know.
end goal. We don't want him here.
And I get that. And it's
I know.
Well,
I
At the
know.
very
I
least,
would-
we don't want him recording customers because they're getting very disturbed by it. Because they're very uncomfortable.
So he's a
There's children.
pedophile. If I go out there to parents right now and go, do you want this pedophile filming you? If I was in the public, that's what I would be doing right now.
Diane Johannsen just accused me of being a pedophile. And where did she get her information from? A quick Google search of my name. Do you know how many Christopher Cordovas there are in Colorado? Diane, if you're going to make an accusation like that, you better come with some receipts because that is not something that you accuse somebody of being unless you are 100% sure. And Diane, just a minute ago, you told Sergeant Larson that I was attacking you.
I'm already getting attacked from him and I need that from a police officer first thing. That's ridiculous.
So you think by me coming into the DMV and documenting my own interactions with government is attacking you? Diane, you are a disgusting human being. You are a disgrace, and I'm not even going to tell you to do better because you need to resign immediately.
he's not a sex offender, but
What is he,
Yeah,
Cass?
he hasn't been caught.
He has a thing with the courts where he's been
got-
5 counts
okay.
on a
Well,
child.
That just doesn't make
And I have it pulled up too.
Okay, well, there's nothing on our system showing he doesn't have to be a registered sex offender, so I don't know
But anyway,
how accurate that information is.
well,
What does he want? Like,
we
he just
we-
wants to
He just
cause
wants
a
to ruin
problem.
everyone's day.
And that's fine. I pulled him up. Take it. My team's very uncomfortable. I pulled him up to issue. He's going at him, abusing him. I'm fine with that. But when I call the police, it's like, if he would have just come in and said, what would you like us to do? What are we supposed to do? I mean, just, geez Louise.
As far as Chris Cordova,
So the issue, our executives are saying they have that 12-foot rule and he's not abiding by this. So I called them because I said, what do you want me to do? I don't want to call you guys if I don't need to.
Right.
If they say, Diane, get pummeled, let him come up, but they're saying no. So what do you want us to do?
I mean, unfortunately, it sounds like our hands are tied and your hands are tied.
But my administration is saying to call. Do you want to talk to Rob? He used to be a sheriff. He's the one that told me to call you.
I mean, I'd be happy to tell him exactly. Unfortunately, I want to kick this guy out. I really do. I can't.
I
Well,
get
if you do a
it.
fire drill and then he refuses to leave. I'll go pull the fire alarm right now.
I'll go
And
check
I
that
get
real
it.
quick.
Unfortunately, recording. I mean, I'm recording now, right now, because of the legislature, right? But he's just looking. I have a feeling he's trying to egg you on or us on to kick him
Right.
out so he can sue us.
Agreed. agree,
It's
but
the fucking game these guys play.
I know, I just don't know what to do. What do you, if your cop would have said, what do you want us to do? I'm like, my executive said to call you. That's really what I'm telling you. But that cop, oh my
Yeah,
God.
we don't want him here anymore.
Diemante goes, he walked up to the same time last time. What am I supposed to do? It's like, and he just went at me. I'm like, oh my God, you just walked in the door.
I'll run this by my legal advisor again, so I think I did that 6
So
months
I
ago,
have
but I
a-
can't remember.
Are you Lieutenant?
Sergeant.
Sergeant here. Do you want to talk to him?
Okay, I have no details about what's going on.
Yeah, Rob, my name's Jeff Larson. I'm with the Lakewood Police.
Hi, Jeff.
I'm unfortunately, I'm struggling with, what I want to do is kick this guy out. So basically what's happened, it's one of these First Amendment auditors. He's
Right.
come in here, he's being a jackass, just like they are. And he's, yeah, exactly. It's his purpose to disrupt, but he's recording customers. He's not, his camera's facing away from the teller line towards the customers.
Now it is.
It
At
started
this
with
point.
at the desks.
So, and obviously he's recording us. I think he's trying to egg your folks here and us to kick him out, to sue us. This is just, it's very methodical and manipulative. I'll tell you, I want to kick this guy out. I really wish I could. I can't because it's a semi-public, semi-government place. You know, if he does disorderly conduct or something like that, shoves somebody, hallelujah. If I can find some other crime other than trespassing, I can do something about it. But unfortunately, based on what I'm seeing right now and what I'm hearing, I don't think I have something I can take enforcement action on.
We're under federal law to protect people's personally identifiable information. Mm-hmm. We cannot have him through video or through audio over here and record people's transactions. So that's why we set the 12-foot limit. Mm-hmm. We are entitled under the First Amendment, just as he is entitled to record, we are entitled to designate time, place, and manner for which he can record in order to protect the PII. So that's our main concern. It's not just him being a jackass. We deal with jackasses all day.
True.
Yes, we do.
But if he is in a position to record other people's information, then that's covered by federal law. And if he insists on being up by the counters or close to people where he can potentially record their operations, I'm not there, so I can't really see what he's doing. But if he's doing that, then he's disrupting our operation, and you can throw him out.
I'd have to run it by our legal advisor.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that takes time.
Right.
You know?
We've got opinions from the Attorney General's office that state exactly what I'm telling you.
Okay.
And Diane has access to those opinions and some of the handouts that we've created because this isn't our first rodeo.
Right. I mean, I think we dealt with it 6 months ago. Was that about 6 months ago? And we were kind of at the same standstill. Now, this guy's obviously a little more persistent and
Right.
Well, yeah, because
than the last guy.
By creating a disturbance that he posts online, and he gets income from that. So he's trying to disrupt and create as much of a ruckus. If he stays a reasonable distance away from people, and our Attorney General has indicated that's 12 feet, then he can stay and film all day long. We don't care.
Exactly.
We just can't have him getting close enough to people where he's recording their transactions.
And I agree with that. But the last time, and I'm pretty sure I ran this by our legal advisor who recommended us to not take any action 6 months ago in this very similar situation, because it violated kind of your policies and your rules, but didn't violate a law.
Well, it violates the federal law if he gets close enough to record PII.
Yeah.
And Diane has a copy of that federal law if you need to reference it in your report.
Yeah, but you got to understand where I'm at as far as the supervisor. My legal advisors pretty much tell us to not do anything and write it up.
Well, that's safe.
So unfortunately, that's what I'm leaning towards doing today. It's just documenting it and talking to our legal advisor.
So at what point can you take some action if his actions disrupt our operations? We're going to have, if he gets close enough and insists on getting close enough to where he can record people's transactions, then we can't issue documents and we have to close because he's disrupting our operation. At some point in time, that's unlawful conduct on public property or something that you can take some action.
I'm looking for any disorderly conduct, any little thing that I could use to get him out of there, and especially what I'm seeing right now. Obviously, I didn't catch up on what happened before I got here. Yeah. His camera's facing away from the counters. He's talking to customers, kind of heckling customers, but keeping a proper distance from them. He's not trying to get identifying information. He's just trying to be a jackass.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's very good at that.
And he is. So, we know who he is thanks to your folks here. And obviously he's on our cameras as well, our body cameras. But, unfortunately.
Cameras that are operating there too, so at some point we've got the whole thing under video. We don't have audio on our cameras.
Okay. Well, I'll run it by just in case my commander's got a little bit of fresher memory about this than I do, but but my hands are tied.
Who's your commander?
Schmachtenberger, Commander Schmachtenberger. So.
Okay. So that becomes the crux of our problem is if he gets close enough to record people's information with audio or video, then we can't issue, and he's disrupting our operation. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the key.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll make sure that we run that specific phrase by our legal advisor. But I hate to say it, I got to walk away from this without doing anything unless something more aggravating happens.
Well, at what point because the last time this happened in Parker, we had customers calling the police because he was being a jackass toward them.
Well,
it was the same guy. So, I mean, at what point can you take action on that with us not being the complainant but a customer?
And I agree with that, but it's just not illegal to record people. I have these guys do this to me all day, every day. Sometimes they follow me around doing it all day, every day. And it's not illegal to record people. Now, obviously, transactions and stuff like that, especially if that's his intent, okay, that's a separate issue, but Joe Public, if they were to call right now just because he's recording them, it's not a violation of the law, At
what point does it carry over into harassment when he's disrupting their ability to get a document?
Harassment would have to be some physical contact, following them around in public. Like if a customer were walking across the store and he's following them and they told him to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, the harassment, what the statute, the state statute for harassment is different than what we commonly use in our vernacular about harassment. It really is. It's physical contact with no pain.
No, Jeffrey, I've got 28 years with Jeffco, so I kind of understand that.
Okay.
And these people know the law too.
Yeah.
They're very familiar with the law, so they're right on the edge all the time.
I know.
It's hard for you. I understand.
Can I give him this document so that obviously he's a little more knowing?
It's an email. No, it's an email. I gave him the email from Pam that has the First Amendment in it. But Pam said she doesn't want that going out. Is that right, Rob?
I don't know what email you're talking about, Diane.
With the First Amendment on it. It talks about time during normal hours, placed 12 feet away from intake stations, may not disrupt normal business operations, and then it has the Constitution of the United States First Amendment in it.
Well, is it the document that talks about the First Amendment rights and what all we can do and what the Attorney General's office says and all that?
No.
Okay, so we sent this out in October of 22 to all the DLOs as to what we can give them and pass out.
Yes, I have that.
Okay,
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to the police officer.
all right.
Do you mind printing out 2 copies and we'll give this jackass one?
Don't call me a jackass.
No.
I'm kidding. Jeffrey, I appreciate you being there and doing what you can. Again, our crux of the matter is the recording of personally identifiable information, which is contrary to federal law. Mm-hmm. So that's what we are trying to prevent. We can't prevent him from being a jackass or harassing the customer. We have to draw the line when we think he's close enough to record our transactions with other people.
Well, Rob, what's your phone number? Because I'd be happy to follow up with you and Diane.
Please do.
Okay. And Diane, what's a good phone number for you?
It doesn't bother me he's here.
Yeah, it always bothers me.
It really doesn't. I feel bad for our customers.
I do too, absolutely. The regular
Our
folks.
concept is to try and kill them with kindness and just give them whatever they want as long as they don't step over that line.
God, wouldn't I just love it? If he's here for a license, just move him to the front line and get the
I
hell
did.
out of
I
here.
did.
We
It's
already
like,
issued
oh,
that.
did that.
Did exactly.
I
being
did
a
that.
jerk.
I did that.
Victor 120, what's the CR for DMV?
It was done before y'all got here.
That's why I waited to take
He's
his
got
picture.
2 protection orders, so there's plenty of people out there that don't like him.
Oh, I know there are. Are you good with Rob?
Yeah.
Rob, is there anything else you want to say?
No, just have him get in touch with me once he touches base with his commanders and let me know if there's something we can do different.
I'm just going to run it by our legal advisor, so next week if we have this problem, we know exactly
Hey,
what we can
Did
do.
you want that canine
Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you. Bye.
All right.
Yeah, since we don't have information.
I gotta go have customers.
I'm going to give him this so that if it bolsters a federal case against him,
Have idea who this
you know?
individual
Yeah.
is.
And obviously if we can take enforcement action, we will. I don't know that we're going to get there because we would have gotten there last time with the last guy. You
Found it
know?
not too long ago where it was in statute about appointing authority for a government building. Can ask someone to leave and now I can't seem to find it. Next week. Yep, and that's the number? For
That's the case number, yeah.
Perfect.
LK for Lakewood 23 for the year, 6901.
Let me sign a picture of that.
I just need to grab their info here for the writing it up.
Okay, I'll grab it for you. Can you serve? We can't kick this guy out. Can you just make it very apparent that he can't record any of the transaction stuff
Yeah,
within 12 feet?
I'll let him know.
And give him this. They're going to try to go through the Attorney General to charge him.
Perfect.
So,
If they can go through
we'll-
that, that's a good route.
We'll write it up and forward it to our legal advisor.
Okay.
But I think we did that last time, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And they kind of said, don't do anything unless there's any other
He said he's
ticky-tacky
taken
crime.
care of, so like I think as soon as we leave, he's gonna take off.
Okay.
But
Is he egging us or them on for a lawsuit?
he's only going after them. He's not going after us at all. He's mostly security. I think he's just looking for a payday for one of them.
Yeah, or us. That's kind of my hypothesis. Given this, so at least he's knowingly, and I'll get a copy of this for our report too.
Okay.
So at least, hey, here's the information. Just, you can't have you recording anything within 12 feet. I do feel for your customers. And if I were a customer sitting here with my daughter, I'd be pissed too. But unfortunately, I just know my limitations as a law enforcement officer, and I know what would land me in hot water.
This is a personal question, so to speak. You're professional, my personal.
Okay.
As a personal citizen, would I be able to, and I see one of those guys out there, especially if he's harassing you guys, I can get in his camera's face, and as long as I don't touch him, I can be perfectly legal, right?
So I wouldn't make any actions that could be considered aggressive.
Okay,
that's
so
where they go
I need the
with
whole
trying to
pad of your
harass. Is
finger
that your
laying
intent
on
is
the
to
glass.
annoy them.
Lift it up.
And
That's true. Is their intent is to
Straight
annoy me?
down, push it
Their
in.
intent,
There you
they're
go.
not going to say that's their intent. They're going to say their
Okay, step back
intent
for your picture,
is to audit
And your
or
glasses
film
will have
the
to come
public
off.
for their own use when really they're trying to get a payday or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I really, it's best just to not
Don't go
engage.
there. Don't give them any money.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
But I still want to. Need to go dealer.
I was like, did we lose our auditor?
No, he's out there harassing people.
No, not that auditor.
Yes.
Duck auditor.
I think I'm just going to write this up anyway just to protect him because he's saying this guy's harassing him. That guy's harassing him. So I think I'm going to write it up anyway. Just so it's documented. That's true. I'm gonna see if he wants to give a phone number. Oh, sorry if I did that. Chris. So I'm just documenting the report, just saying what we did, just to document what we did. Are you okay giving me a phone number so I can reach out to you, or do you want to press charges for the harassment? As you were saying?
Yeah, I'd like to press charges for the harassment.
Do you mind if I grab your phone number? You said we already have your information. I think it's on my screen.
Yep.
So real quick, it's a good phone number for you.
Hold on, let me mute this because I got 600 people in here. I don't want them to be calling me.
You are honestly going to press harassment charges against the...
So
Is the address on your license, is that a good one for you?
Yes.
And do you know about what time you got here? I got to get your side of the statement, so can you just walk me through what happened?
I got here approximately 8:40.
Okay.
And I just came here to check in, and the security guard came up to me and said that I can't record at the counters. He mentioned his policy about recording 12 feet from the counter, which I'm very aware of. And I just tried to explain to him that that's a policy and not a law, and I'm not bound to that policy. And he followed me around the whole area here.
And played AC/DC on his phone.
Yeah, he was playing AC/DC on his phone, blaring as loud as it goes. So, but basically he just continued to follow me around. He took me up to counter 1 here. After he followed me around over there, and he tried to point to the law that you guys have there. It's a CRS 24-72-204, which actually has nothing to do with recording. It's a coral law. It has to do with inspections of public records. So I told him that's not a law in regards to what I'm doing here. So he continued to basically just follow me around and babysit me everywhere that I went, even though I told him that to leave me alone. Okay. So that's it. That was the entirety of it. So that is the harassment.
Okay.
Why would you press charges against
Why would he call the cops on me? Why would he call the cops
He's
on
trying
me?
to do his job, and obviously if that's
I
the
just want to
policy...
talk to you. Commentary here. Did you get what you came here accomplished?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you got your driver's license, whatever you were doing with that.
Correct.
Figured out. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that got dealt with. Like I said, we're still being a while. They wanted to talk to the supervisor without me. They thought I was being too abrasive in how I was commenting to them. So
Another floor, please.
I heard you over there. I appreciate everything.
So we're just gonna hang out here for you, all right?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. So
I was over here at this.
I'm gonna have
Diane.
sorry, actually, I can come back and grab it here in a second. I'm gonna grab your information here. He's
Remember?
press harassment charges for you following around in a public area. But I'm just gonna write it up. So I'm just gonna come grab your name, your info, her name, info, her name, info.
Can I also get the case number for that?
Yeah, I'll make sure you get this. Alright, maybe as I give you this, it's your rights as a First Amendment auditor. They've been educated on what we can and can't do. I'll go ahead and get this written out for you. I'll be taking off there.
So is there going to be charges pressed on him or not?
So I'm going to write this up. It'll go on to a detective here. So I'm going to make sure that I put this in a report for you and everything and send it off. Okay?
So I'm actually, my audience was giving me some advice. If he's willing to apologize to me on camera and let me know, I have a right to record in here, I won't pursue any charges.
Okay, I'll ask him. I'm not going to make him. I'm
Right.
not going to do anything like that. I'll ask him if he wants to apologize. I'm going to guess it's going to be a no. But that's where. But I'll let him know. Okay.
Thanks.
You hear that?
Yeah, if you want to turn the camera off, I will.
No, it's got to be on camera. You would apologize to me, but not on camera. So I guess we'll go ahead and pursue the charges.
Okay. And we'll go back here.
I wish I could do more.
She ran out the door. I wish I could kick him out for you and send him on his way.
You said you're going to contact your legal advisor. Do you have an estimated time when
I would guess next week.
Okay. And you're going to call her then?
Her and Rob Baker.
Yep. Yeah, Rob's like another.
Man, if the Attorney General can come in and charge his ass, hallelujah.
Jack,
So,
on three.
That one, if I end up in a federal case, I'll be like, oh,
but this is the
gotta
stuff
take
that.
a trip.
But this
Gotta
is
take
the
a
stuff
trip.
that ends you in federal cases. Stuff like this. It's not
Yeah.
your murders, your
Yeah.
you know, pounds and pounds of narcotics. It's little stuff like this is actually what ends you up in federal court.
Yeah. If he starts disturbing something like that, call back in.
All right, gentlemen.
Especially physical contact. Hallelujah.
Like I was
That would
telling you
make
the
my
other
day
one.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You can,
It's not the answer I like, but it's unfortunately the answer I have to give. So,
Alright, you too.
good morning.
Can I get a case report or
Do you understand why they have
Do you have
this
that card
line
I
here?
gave you?
Yeah, I do have the card.
Can I just write it on that one for you?
Sir, do you understand why this line is right here?
Hold on 1 second, sir.
Okay, so it's 6-0.
6901.
As well as I can write on something with no hard back.
Right.
Front information, back is your case number right there.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
So the reason behind their ruling is they don't want recording of people's personal information.
Right.
So that's why there's the line here, and that's why that rule is in place.
Gotcha.
So if you would stay behind the line, that'd be for the best.
I'm already done with my business, and I recorded at the front counter.
Okay.
So it's a policy. It's not a law. So.
Okay. Okay.
Next time I come back here to do, because I'm probably going to definitely do a follow-up now, so next time I have to get a new license, I'm going to come in with my camera and I'm going to record at the front counter again.
Okay. Obviously, that's violating their policies.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm not bound to their policy because I don't work here.
Okay.
I'm only bound to the law.
Okay. Have a good day.
Your officers did a lot better than you, Sergeant. Can I get your card? Sergeant. Can I get your card, please? Sergeant, can I get your card, please?
Larson.
Yes.
Your lead officer over there did a great job, man.
I appreciate that.
I mean, you did a pretty good job too, by educating them and not telling me that I can't do something. But you're trying to get me to abide by the policy, man. I don't have to abide by that. You know that, right?
Okay.
I mean, you shouldn't even tell me that it'd be the best thing to just stay 12 feet away, right?
Okay.
I mean, you swore an oath to the Constitution when you took your job as a Lakewood Police officer in the United States, right?
Okay. Have a good day,
So
Chris.
you wouldn't want to enforce a policy on me that would violate my First Amendment, right? Would you?
Okay.
That doesn't seem right. You want to honor your oath like your officers did over there, right? That'd be the best thing. Make yourself look good. I like to highlight good officers, man.
And obviously, we're doing a report for this. You got the case number right?
I do.
Do we have your information correct?
3713, my apologies.
Chris Cordova?
That's me.
Okay. Have a good day.
Fine that you doxed me because everyone knows my last name, but that just proves how big of a tyrant douchebag you are.
Okay. Have a good day.
Dumbass.
Thank you.
I give respect when it's deserved, and you deserve no respect. You're a coward, bud. The only reason you didn't arrest me is because you have no authority to. You couldn't wait to put me in handcuffs, clown. Kick rocks. Kick rocks, buddy. Dumbass. That's how you get treated. That's the kind of respect you get, bud. None.
Wednesday, drive duty for now. Thank you, sir.
I've been battling depression in the booth of what I slept in. My brain's a lethal weapon, killing all my second guessing. last to the best, and I'm the answer to the question. Flow harder than erections, headed in the right direction, which is up for you dumb fuck. Yeah, I came from bum fuck, praying for a come up, cause fuck where I come from. Hoes never love one, ain't snitching on what cuz done. And I can use my fist for the same thing a gun does. Fuck a catchy hook, this is really what y'all want, huh? I'ma give you game like the one that left you nut. Thinking I ain't got it still, then you nuts. Exes like my record, they get expunged. You a bitch.
And this is how we're starting our day. Yay!